developing your product, it'll get a little bit more conservative, a little bit more less aggressive, and begin to talk to the mass market eventually. And it should be really easy. Now, we're using GitHub for all of our development. You can use also GitHub internally. It's taken away most of the pain of collaborating on software. It's a very good platform. It's very simple. Their philosophy on how to work together is a really good one. I think it's a really accurate philosophy. Their issue tracking is very simple. Their pull request model is very, very elegant. And the trick is to lower the barriers and get people from all walks of life involved in your project. There's no point just having a little team that are specialists and that do that, because they will end up becoming the problem. They'll end up trying to impose their vision over the users and say, no, what you really want is that. And this is a terrible argument to be in, where the users are trying to convince developers of their needs. It's not a healthy discussion. So the more diverse the community, the more there'll be a challenge about the assumptions which are dangerous. Now, this is still Brussels, building streets, and the city is built by strangers. I mean, people don't know each other. There's small teams of workmen, but they build whole functional cities, and it's because we have good rules. When you define good rules, you don't need to have upfront agreement. So you'll know that when you work on a project with some guys, the first thing you do is have a meeting, a phone call, a conference call. You start doing planning meetings, and you start having to get together. This is because there aren't good rules for collaboration. It's because you have all kinds of assumptions you have to work out, and you do that by meeting face to face. But in practice, if you define really good rules, you don't need that. You can remove almost all upfront coordination, which means it's very cheap for people to get involved. And they can get involved without telling other people. So the project becomes more like a box of rules than a bunch of code. The rules define how you work together, and the founder becomes the lawyer that